Hey YouTube, it's Dwayne here. So we are doing another Bible review today, and this time the Goatskin NKJV large print Thinline reference Bible. Did I mention that it's got goatskin leather cover? We're going to take a look at this book right here. Right, and here is our Bible, the New King James Version. This is Thomas Nelson's premier offering. This is their premium Bible, and as I said in the little introduction there, this is actually a goatskin cover, and I'm really excited about this. Let's take a quick look at the box here. It's a bit thicker, it's a bit nicer, it's a bit hardier than the typical sleeves or boxes you get. On the back, you're going to see some details about this Bible. So if you want to go ahead and pause it, you can do so right now and read what's on the back of the box there. But since we don't buy Bibles for the sake of the box, we're going to go ahead and take it out right now and see what comes in here. And there it is, wrapped in a nice protective construction paper sleeve with the nice seal on there. Now, I had opened this before. You just want to double check things when they come in the mail. You know how that goes. So we're going to go ahead and take this beautiful, beautiful Bible out of the cover. So now we're going to go ahead and get rid of this box. And we are going to take a look at what we have here. But before we do, there's one thing we must do with this brand new goatskin Bible. Oh, the smell of new leather. Okay. Now that we got our fix, let's take a look at what we got here. So this cover, this goatskin cover is very soft, and the grain is not too punchy. It's not right in your face, but there's a very subtle grain on that. Let me get that nice and close here. See, my camera will pop into macro mode there. Now, of course, in taking it out of the box, you're going to notice right away that it doesn't really take any working in. It's floppy right out of the box. If you like your Bibles floppy, like this is, like, look at that. Look at that. It's like a bird flying away. So after we bring it back in for a landing, I want to take a few notes here. You'll notice that we are perimeter stitched along the edges here. And take a look, and of course that goes all the way to the back cover. Taking a look at the spine, you're going to see that we have gold stamping. They're not raised hubs, they're just stamped hubs with Holy Bible, New King James Version, and of course the company name right down there. Now let's take a look at the edge of the pages. You're going to notice here that this is a very shiny red under gold gilt. Apparently the word gilt literally means gold. So when you say gold gilt, it's actually redundant. So I'm going to continue to say gold gilt because I know there are people out there that bothers them when you say gold gilt, the gold gilt on this Bible. So let's go ahead and open her up and see what is inside. First thing you're going to see is this liner. I'm not sure what kind of material the liner is, but I will make note that it does have stamped on there goatskin leather cover. You'll see this nice gold gilt line. Very nice, very classy, something you would expect for a quote premium Bible. Now I want to also make note that this is edge lined. This is edge lined, guys, so that means that this Bible is meant to last. You can throw it around, you can run over it with your car. I wouldn't recommend it, but you probably could, and I bet you it would survive. So let's journey on into the text block, flip a few pages, and see what we have going on there. So this first little page, guys, I just want to show this to you really quick. I've seen in a few forums and stuff, people ask about this. This little half split page is normal, okay? So when you see that, that's not a problem, okay? And that's just there to add some extra reinforcement into the edge lining there. So the edge lining is when they actually take a piece of the leather and they tab it right into the block. That way it's extra strong. So continuing our journey through the front couple pages here, we have the Holy Bible title page again. And so now we move to the copyright page. I just want to show you there really quickly. For those who may be wondering, it is printed in China. You can factor that into your decision when it comes to choosing whether or not to buy this specific Bible. We have our table of contents. Our preface, read that. It gives you a little bit of a brief detail of the New King James Version and what it's about and how it works. It's my favorite translation, but one thing I am going to dock here is that this is just an abridged version of the preface. Okay, I just prefer to see the entire preface, especially if it's going to be something like a very premium Bible like this. Not a huge deal. So we'll flip on over to the Old Testament, and now we are in to the main text of this Bible. All right, and now in the first part of this Bible, you're going to notice right away that the name of the book is at the top in this bold red colored font, and then of course the headings you will see that will be in red, and the chapter numbers as well. This Bible is a paragraph Bible. It is not a verse-by-verse Bible. I've been using a paragraph Bible for things like preaching and stuff, and it works just fine in my opinion. And as you'll see, quite obviously, this is a double column text. And I'm going to go ahead and flip over to books of poetry, because it's worth noting that this Bible does have poetic setting. So if you take a look there, you can see that this, in the book of Proverbs, has the poetic setting. And one thing to point out too is when looking at this poetic setting, you can actually see how well the paper holds up against ghosting. And in this instance, with this 36 GSM paper, it is holding up very well. It is not very distracting at all, and there's no bleed through. There is a difference between bleed through and ghosting. Bleed through is when the ink actually bleeds through the page and you can see the ink on the other side. But ghosting is when you can just kind of see the shadow of the text on the other side. Now these are line matched. That helps with ghosting, and that becomes more apparent when you flip over to more prose pages, such as here. Now we are in the book of Matthew right now, and we are actually at the portion of Matthew that is the Sermon on the Mount. And as you can see, the Sermon on the Mount is black letter. This is not a red letter text edition. And one last thing I want to point out with the text block is that the references are on the bottom. There they are, just hanging out there, having a good old time at the bottom of the text. Now we're going to continue our tour through the pages of the text, and we're going to find ourselves at the end of the text, at the end matter, right at the end of Revelation 22 here. Our next stop is going to be right into a brief small concordance that they provided. I say brief small concordance, but actually I found it relatively handy, and despite its size, it oftentimes does have what you're looking for. Now you'll notice that the type is a bit smaller on here, but you know what? That's okay. For all the information that is packing in there, you get my thumbs up. So the maps, these are on a glossy type paper, and you can see all the maps there. It's like a glossy card stock. And you know what? That's okay. It doesn't bother me as much. I know some people really like to see the maps on Bible paper. These are not on Bible paper, but they are on a glossy card stock. So one thing before we put some concluding remarks on here, I want to show you the ribbons. So let's take a quick look at these ribbons. So there are 3 ribbons that come with this Bible, 2 black, 1 red, and they are double-sided satin ribbon. These are not cheap, dinky little ribbons. These are actually decent little ribbons. So this is actually a very beautiful, very nice Bible. Would I buy this Bible? Absolutely. This Bible, for its form factor, is beautiful. The goatskin is soft and supple. The craftsmanship just seems to be very good. And this is all before I even told you the price. So I would definitely consider this to be a premium Bible, but you're not going to pay premium price for it. So Thomas Nelson, in my opinion, has some of the best bang for the buck Bibles. So for this one here, you're going to be looking at about $149. That's what it says on the back of the box. $149. Let's see if I can get that to go in there. $149.99. However, that's in competition with some of the other Bible manufacturers selling these goatskin premium edgeline stuff for more than $200. Since $149 is the MSRP, you'll actually find that for a bit cheaper online. If you go to Christian Books or Amazon, you're looking at about $120. So again, for a premium Bible, these are excellent, and I would highly recommend them. Well, brothers and sisters, until next time, we'll see you around.